Hey, Denver, it's Paul. I'm a producer on the show, and I'm coming at you this afternoon with some breaking news. I've got the editor of our newsletter, Hey Denver, and resident foodie Peyton Garcia on the line. Peyton, where are you right now?
I am sitting outside Lakewood's famous Pink Palace, Casa Bonita.
Wow. Okay, so I think you should explain, what are you doing there? What's
Yes.
happening today?
So I am here because I was invited to a very exclusive press preview of the new and improved Casa Bonita. It was very hush-hush until we were given permission to share, but I'm here. I just got done going through a tour led personally by Chef Dana Rodriguez through the new and improved Casa Bonita.
Okay, so what do you think?
So on the drive over, I was thinking to myself, what do I want? What do I want it to be? I don't want it to be different, but like, if everything's the same, is it going to be anticlimactic? Like, am I going to walk in and just be like, okay, But I can say that it was Trey and Matt held good on their promise to change nothing and improve everything. It is exactly the same, just better in really, really minuscule ways.
Okay, so that's Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the new owners, the South Park guys.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of these minute ways, some of these small changes you noticed.
That's the thing, is it was really hard to notice changes. That's where it would have been helpful to have Bree, who I'm pretty sure just has like a photographic memory of Casa Bonita. She would probably notice every tiny little detail. But what they did, and the people that I was with, other press people that I was doing the tour with, it was actually hard to tell what changed and what didn't, because you would look at something and you'd be like, I don't remember if that was there. That's nice, but I don't remember if it was there or not. It was because the general layout and the general vibe feels exactly the same. Everything's just a little sparklier, if you know what I mean. The entrance is like I don't know. It's all just a little sparklier.
How about the chlorine smell from the pool? You still smell that smell?
Yes, and in the best way. I don't want people to think that that's a bad thing, because it definitely feels and looks cleaner in there. I just don't think you can get around having that smell when you've got a giant 30-foot waterfall. So it's still in there, but I think that that's a really good thing. I wanted the chlorine smell to be there. It's just like a way cleaner chlorine smell.
So I'm guessing that because this was a press preview, you got this tour that you didn't get to go through the line, like the normal way you go in through the line, you wait forever, you have to buy the food, then you get to go inside. Did all of that layout look like it's going to work the same way?
They actually walked us through as if we were entering Casa Bonita as patrons. So the whole thing, and I don't really remember if they had quite as much decorations. It's supposed to feel like you're walking through the streets of Acapulco
right.
or Guadalajara. Like it was really cute. It's like less kitschy, and it's just like cleaner and more, dare I say, immersive. It's they had us walk through the whole line as if we were patrons. One big giant change, I think probably the biggest one that I noticed while we were there, is so in the old Casa Bonita, you would walk up, there was 2 lines, you do the whole winding path through the rope guardrails or whatever. You get up to the cashier, you tell them I'm buying 2 plates for 2 people. That's how you get your ticket in, right? Yeah. That is not how it works anymore. You walk into this area that is designed to kind of look like a plaza in Mexico, and it's a ticketing booth situation. There's 8 ticket windows, and you go in and you buy admission. So that is totally different, and it feels very amusement parky. It's like you're walking up to a ticket booth at like Elitch Garden or the zoo or something like that. So they did say that admission is a flat fee across the board. They have not released how much that's going to be, but once you buy your ticket in, that includes, being in there and all of your food. So that's the big difference in the entrance when you go in.
Interesting. Did they explain how the ordering is going to work? Is it going to be more like a regular restaurant?
Yeah, no. So another big change when you're walking in through, so normally you would do that. You would tell the cashier, I'm here, I'm buying 2 plates. And you would, do the winding walk. You'd wait in the line, and then you would tell them what you were ordering, and then your food would shoot out of a hole in the wall on a cafeteria tray. That is not happening anymore. So you walk up and they have a counter almost like Chipotle style. Like, you know how when you're ordering at Chipotle, you can see everything. That's how it is there. So it's like a big counter and you can see everything being like made and plated and stuff. So when you buy your ticket, your admission ticket, there's a menu up there. So you'll order your food there and then you still do the long winding line. It's just that now instead of being against a wall, they basically tore that wall down so that you can see the food, which they said is all made in-house. So everything's going to be made from scratch, from the tortillas to the mole sauce. It's a pretty simple menu. There's like 8 things on there: enchiladas, carnitas, but they do have gluten-free and vegetarian options.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Peyton, did you get to try the food?
I didn't get to try the food, but I did get to eat sopaipillas.
How were they?
They were great. They were good sopaipillas. I honestly don't remember if the sopaipillas were bad.
Did they have dipping sauces for the sopaipillas like Dana said way back when?
Oh gosh, no, just honey.
Huh. Classic. Okay.
I can tell you that these sopaipillas are good. They did update the sopaipilla flags too. I took a photo. I'll put it in the newsletter. But they used to just be these like super greasy little red flags. They're different now. They're updated. They're prettier. But I know it was very important to people that the flags were still there and that the sopaipillas were still there.
I imagine they told you a little bit more about how the opening is going to go. It sounds like you didn't get a date.
No.
What do we know?
So we don't know a date. I don't know when they're going to release that. They also are not releasing price information yet. I did find out, so I know the mayor of Lakewood had hinted at a phased opening, and it seems like that is going to be the case, and we were kind of curious about how that would work. So it sounds like if they're going to open to the public with limited dinner hours. First guests will be selected exclusively from Casa Bonita's email list. So if you were somebody who put your email on because if you went to the Casa Bonita website for a while now, it's just been like, hey, enter your email here for information. So I guess it sounds like they're randomly picking people from that list to be a part of this phased opening. Interesting.
Okay, so I guess we'll put the link in our show notes if people want to subscribe to that email list, if they aren't already. This is weird, though. They sounds like not that much information. I mean, we were kind of all expecting the opening date. What's the vibe from these people? Like, are they being withholding? Are they milking this? Like, what's your sense of the strategy?
That's a great question. They are. It's very hush-hush. I mean, we were only allowed to take pictures in certain areas. We didn't get a tour of the whole place. We only got to see a few things. We did get to go on a tour of the kitchen, which was pretty cool, and very, very clean. We got to watch some divers jump off the waterfall. But like Black Bart's Cave was off limits. Yeah, any of those other little secretive, tiny little, nooks and crannies that people go to, those were all off limits. They're being very secretive. The common answer we got to a lot of our questions was, we'll release that information soon. So, yeah, it kind of does feel like they're milking it a little
South
bit.
Park guys. Soon.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're just like toying with us. They know exactly what they're doing.
They do. They know what they're doing. The soft opening is going to be interesting. But I have to say, walking in there, it was exciting. It was everything I think I wanted it to be. It hasn't changed. It's just better. And you just don't know until you're in there that you'll know. You'll know when you're in there.
Well, I don't know. I bet everyone's going to have their own opinion about that. I think some people are probably going to hate it. They're going to find some little thing. They're going to find, well, maybe there'll be some big thing we don't know about yet. I don't know. But I want, one more detail before we go, Peyton. One small thing, one change, one observation, something you felt, something you saw.
Okay. Yeah. My favorite place in Casa Bonita was always the little treasure chest room.
Nice. Yeah.
And they had this like janky old gross treasure chest, and it was like full to the brim of Tootsie Rolls. Brie actually has a photo of it. I'll share that in the newsletter too. I did see that. I wasn't allowed to take a picture, but that's different. I couldn't tell. There was something big and flashy in there. I couldn't see what it was, but it was not the treasure chest.
So
mysteries
remain inside the new Casa Bonita.
Mysteries remain. Correct.
That's exciting. Okay, well, I know you took a lot of pictures, and I know that listeners are going to be able to see those and read more of your impressions in our newsletter, Hey Denver, on Tuesday. Peyton, I'm so happy for you. I'm so jealous of you. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, this was great. Bye, Paul.